All right, here we are for One Piece chapter 1150 called Tomi Reversi. I probably mispronounced that completely, but this sounds like a shogi piece. I don't know. It sounds shogi tonight, but let's go ahead and see what this chapter's about. The children. Thank God they're all right. Barguy, my daddy, was pushed down into the realm of the dead. What, Yasun fell? That mean lady did it. Watch out. Dad, Mama. All right, kids are kind of getting back together. This is mayhem. And then we see Black Lightning striking out. We start seeing people, all the children, the parents are all collapsing from just the pressure of Haki. She's floating. You must have been scared. You move out of the way. And then we see her floating with just amazing, cool bat wings. I shan't permit a rebellion. Is this all your dream demons amount to, kill 'em? And then we see all the giants start to rushing towards her. We also see Jarl giving us an expression we have not seen from him. A very stern look. A look of, I have seen this before. But we'll continue. We see a ritual circle appears. Two little holes pop out. And then we hear jolt. And I assume that they got shot with lightning or something. And then we cut to kill him. Not at all, my lord. There are still many nightmares fissures left open. These monsters were born from the nightmares of this island. They are creatures made from dreams with no concept of death. I can revive them at any time. I just need to give me the signal. Okay, so these monsters will continuously appear over and over and over. That is good to know. All right, and we have Summers, shepherd those urchins. And then we do see Summers just like getting back up. Oh God. Also, does Emu just like making jokes here? Isn't it his like full name? Like he's part of the shepherd family. So Emu's just basically like, oh, Summers, shepherd those urchins. Okay. She's like, had St. J. Garcia over there. I was like, what are you talking about? At once, my lord. He's still alive. Yeah, I mean, look, Emu just took control. Anything could happen at this point. The one in the sky is from the woman from earlier, right? She's barely recognizable. Where are Luffy and the others now? Well, now Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji should be. They're with Harden's crew. This is the worst time they could have chosen to go to the realm of the dead. No joke from Brook either. We're getting real serious. And then we just see Robin just trying to pull off the thorns. What are you doing, Robin? I can't just sit here and do nothing. It's unbearable. As she's trying to push open these, we see the library burning. And then we have Summers get up. It's imperative that we establish a suitable authority, one capable of striking a proper ransom for those adolescents. It's just as you say, my lord. What do you want with a country that has no king? Damn Yukipon, that was painful. And we just see his arm just crackling. Slowly piecing itself together. Blue Ogre Dory and Red Ogre Broggy, I command thee to claim dominion on this island. Hence, ye shall remain as the kings of Elbath. You're one of those god knights. Hey, you, all this chaos is your fault. And then Broggy grabs hold of Gunko, squeezing Gunko. Dory and the rest of you guys, head up ahead. You got it, Captain. Be careful, Broggy. I'm taking those kids back. How many are there? Staring at it and oh no. Gunko pulls out a book, like the Necronomicon or something. Listen, Broggy, go and meet with Mountain Beard Jarl. You shall take his head and raise it up high. The book starts to fizzle. Then proclaim to the people of this island, we are the kings of Elbath. Black smoke starts to emanate from the book. That's crazy talk. This is our homeland. You don't call the shots here. And then speaking of shots, a pistol comes out and a sword or dagger or something comes out. Gunko grabs the dagger, stabs it right into Bragi's hand, and then she's like wielding this massive, like almost like a shotgun or a blunderbuss. It would be intolerable to leave this matter unsettled. Now accept my ungodly power. And then she just blows off Bragi's arm. He's like, "Grrr!" This has to be some sort of mind control. Absolutely. You don't whip out this crazy, creepy ritual book if you're not going to cast some kind of mind control. Oh, he just starts to sink. "Oh, I'm sinking!" And he's like falling down. We see a bunch of flames like just coming up. Domi, reverse eye. We get this real close-up look of Gunko's face, unextinguishable from what we have seen in the past. It says, kanji reads as Black Dominion Reversion. And then we see, whoa! We just see him start to flip over. Starts to slowly turn. It's hard to tell, but there is like a big like line here that feels like it's indicating like a halfway point. But it could just be his pants, but it feels like it's leaving behind like a shadow version of himself. But he starts to sink underground, and then out from the flames, a shadowy figure appears, and oh, evil Bragi. Oh no. He really turned into a demon. He's bigger now. What happened to your Bragi? And then the giants are like all freaking out. His face is scary. Give the chief back. Chief Bragi would never turn on his comrades. A warrior's pride. And then he just strikes those giants in front of him. They go flying. I feel like I can do anything. This is exhilarating. He took out our boss, Dory. And then we just see Dory also in the same way. Just the teeth grow out, the flames behind him. He looks all scraggly. Yeah. Let's go, kill Jarl. Come on, you bastards. Hold on, what are you saying, Chief Dory? What about rescuing the kids? You can't just take something like that back. We gotta go stop these two. And we just see this awesome panel of these devilish looking Dory and Bragi. They have the devilish wings. Their axes are all pure black. Oh no. Also, I just realized their clothing look inverted. Like Dory is now wearing a mostly black outfit than before. And then we hear whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, they kind of remind me of bubbles, but no. These are they're being flipped. And then we just see them turn into demons. What, you guys too? Is it because they were standing between those two? Maybe. In any case, we gotta go. And then, oh, would have been cooking with this. Absolutely insane panel. We have Dory, Bragi, the demon commanders, and the nightmarish monsters in the background. This is the power of Elbath. It is not without merit. This nation shall not be laid to waste. It is to be ruled. We have Killam looking... Summer's a little bit worried. Then we have Dory and Bragi looking demonic with their eyes just on fire. Let us bear witness to how they serve in the crucible of war. And then we just hear, Lord Jarl, you have to run away. Chief Dory and Bragi are acting strange. Run away. Oh, dude. Jarl, for the first time in this manga that we have seen, acting super cool. Warriors do not know the meaning of the word run. End of chapter 1150. No break week. Okay. Immediately, let's just talk about Jarl. Throughout this, Jarl's face has been, I have seen this before. This is taking it a step too far. Now, thinking about it, this could either be one of two ways. One, this is what happened to King Harold. King Harold, at some point, was turned into this demonic being and needed to be slayed by Loki. And maybe this is the first time that Jarl is seeing this and realizing maybe like, oh, maybe Loki was in the right. I do remember Harold having wings at one point, so that could be one thing. The other thing is maybe this was Loki. Maybe Loki transformed and killed Harold to become the king of Elbath, but Jarl and the rest of the giants were able to at least take down Loki, and this could be a temporary spell. You know, unlike the God Knights, we see like additional things like demonic wings, we see horns, we see the fierce burning eyes. This could just be a temporary spell. So if they're able to knock out Dorian Broggy, they might be able to return back to normal. Or it could be that maybe once Emu leaves, the spell subsides. Well, no, then that wouldn't make sense. It would have to be some sort of knocking out. So that, I think those are the one of the two ways. It would be interesting, actually, if it was the fact that, if it was because Loki was taken over, because then it would still give the giants not a much of a suspicious, because throughout as we learn more about Loki, as we learn more about King Harold, I get more and more suspicious of Jarl, as if Jarl is holding something back from us. However, if it is the case that Loki got taken over by this Dami mommy, either way, it could have allowed Loki to kill King Harold, as well as making it believable that Jarl still thinks Loki is bad. That being said, the sword in that head could also give him some sort of amnesia to forget certain elements. So there's a lot that Oda can play with in terms of what the true story of King Harold's death is. But I love this dynamic. It is also extremely frightening how easy it is, because just by standing in between Dorian Broggy did all of these guys instantly flip. That is scary into demons. And the fact that when we see Broggy transform, we have it in conjunction with Gunko basically shooting off his arm. However, we don't see the same with Dory, which means that this is a ranged ability. It does not need you to cause any damage to the actual person. It's very interesting. I'm also curious if this ability, for her to command over Dorian Broggy specifically, is maybe that they have done something to Dorian Broggy at some point. At some point during some skirmish in their lifetime were they able to do this. I'm not quite sure. It is up in the air what the hell this thing is. All I know is that we need to get a hold of whatever the hell this book is, because this holds many, many secrets that we just need to know. Man, dude, Oda has been cooking with this chapter. It's so good. That's it for me, man. I will also be considering doing these live. I think that might be a little bit more fun, and you know, it will be less like choppy for the editing, because typically when I edit these videos, I really just remove a lot of the major silences that I have. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes, because there's no break next week, so maybe we'll try it next week. So either way, thank you all for watching. Consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you want to see more One Piece. We do weekly anime reactions and manga reactions to One Piece, as well as I'm currently going through Hunter x Hunter, and it has been absolutely fabulous. So check out the channel for more. And I also play video games. Hey, Switch 2 is coming up, so if you need Switch 2 content, I got you covered too. Okay, that's it for me. Goodbye now. Bye-bye. Bye.